Most potential technologies. If you're new here, the purpose of this channel is to release new clean energy technology to the people, free of fear and greed, open sourcing it, working together, showing every step of the process. If you're interested in that, stay tuned, because we're coming at you from my garage. I'm showing you the build of their current project, the release of this technology, all the steps, everything in fulfilling my lifelong passion of bringing free energy to the people. I've spent the last 15 years or so of my life researching suppressed technologies, patents, getting an electrical engineering degree, and I've come to the conclusion that the easiest way and most scalable technology is these types of high voltage motors that produce a spinning wheel, a rotor. They do this by taking a run battery, putting a voltage into a coil, a pulse, it creates a magnetic field, and that magnetic field repels or attracts magnets, causing rotation in this rotor. This rotor has magnets taped on the outside. The rotor is a bicycle wheel, and this particular build is called a Bendini motor. So after we take our pulse and we cause a magnetic field to cause the rotation of this rotor, we shut it off. And there's a collapse of that magnetic field. Now, we put in 12 volts from this run battery, but because of the amplification effect of these coils of wire, what comes out is much higher voltage. Lower amperage, but higher voltage. So you think of it's got higher pressure and lower flow. That high pressure spike of electrons from the collapse of the magnetic field is then fed into this charge battery. So we're recycling the energy from this machine. Now, that high voltage spike of energy, when it goes into the battery, it's made of electrons. Inside the battery, there's ions, lead ions. So these ions are much heavier than the electrons, and this fast moving spike of electrons blows by the lead ions, and it causes a dipole. So a negative and a positive charge within the battery kind of instantaneously. But from my understanding, that's where the magic happens, is that dipole within the lead acid battery allows energy from the ether, vacuum energy, 0-point energy from the environment to flow into the system. So this whole piece, this whole system here, the coil, the high voltage impulse, the collecting, the back recycling of that energy is a system that allows for excess energy to be harvested from the environment, 0-point energy, vacuum energy, no breaking of thermodynamic laws. We're just simply harvesting excess energy from the environment. It's an open system. Depending on where your box is, there's always a bigger box and an open system. Now, I've been upgrading this. Our current project is an upgrade of this technology. There's been many different types of spinning rotors. There was an inventor in the 50s, 60s, Ed Gray. He built one that basically put massive discharges of capacitors into coils and caused a rotor to move. He had copious amounts of energy. There's been other guys like Bendini. Bill Mueller, he's actually lived near me. He's gone, but he had a motor down in Penticton, British Columbia, and I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia. So there's literally huge amounts of inventors who have already implemented this tech, proven it, displayed it for others, but they got scared off. Those guys have all passed. Anyways, building on the backs of those inventors, we're going to take this technology and implement it. We're not inventing anything. We're just simply building together in an open sourced way to fix the world and the current energy production problems that we have in this planet. We've got to control top-down method of energy distribution, and a lot of the ways we produce energy are detrimental to the environment and our finite resources. So let's fix that. How are we going to fix that? By stepping this motor up so it's a commercially viable, high voltage, high frequency pulse motor, pulse generator. And behind me, you can see this has been a long time coming, but we've got the rotor spinning inside the stator housing. I'll show you guys a little bit of what it took to get this rotor together. It was a lot of work. I had to use dry ice to shrink the shaft and get it into the rotor at a nice tolerance fit. I'll show a little bit of that footage now. So this is me in my